the difference between is that Philippines is well organized. Like for example, I feel like in Philippines they include all type of people. They really care about the people. I would love to say that.
Hi Augusta, welcome back to another video, guys. I know you are familiar with this face already. So if you are yet to see the video I made with her before, I would suggest you check out the video after now. So this is a continuation of the previous video. So Augusta, can you please share with us the difference and similarities between Angola and the Philippines?
Philippines and Angola, wow. So I would say that one of the similarity between those two countries, Angola is a tropical country, Philippines is a tropical country as well. Philippines is full of beautiful islands. Of course, in my country it's not an island, but of course we have many beautiful beaches. For example, right now I live in the Gupan. It's like a province here in the Philippines. Back home in my province, it's called Benguela, and this province is very similar to the Gupan because of the beaches. The Gupan and Benguela, they have like similarities because Benguela, it has many beautiful beaches. It's like the province which most beautiful beaches in my country. So here in the Gupan, Pangasinan, they have also many beautiful beaches. Okay, so it's one of the similarities. And other similarity that I can say is that the language Tagalog itself, it's not the same as Portuguese or Spanish, but since they were colonized by the Spaniards, the Tagalog has some words in Spanish, and when they do speak Tagalog, I can understand a little bit, because Portuguese, which is the language we speak back home, is a little bit similar to Spanish. Since Tagalog has a little bit of Spanish, so it's kinda similar, you know. So I think one of the similarity they do share, Philippines is a developing country and my country as well. And the difference between is that Philippines is well organized. Like for example, the poor people and the medium class and the upper class, they have access to everything. Like for example, water, food, and they also think for the poor, because they have prices for everything. Like for example, shampoo, they have the way how they make it accessible to the lower class. I feel like in Philippines they include all type of people. They really care about the people. I would love to say that I really love this about the country, because you really feel like
like if the rich can afford this, there is also something the poor can afford according to their level.
Yes,
right? That's
yes.
what you're trying to say.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
continue.
yes. I feel like that everything here in the Philippines has prices for every type of classes, you know. That's one thing that I like the most. The opposite of my country. Everything is expensive. If something is expensive, it will just be accessible to the upper class. The poor will not be able to have access to that things. Of course, I know that every country is corrupt, but I feel like Philippines government is doing a very good job by providing the essential to the people.
Yeah.
Yes, to the people.
Wow, that's true. This point you just mentioned is a very nice one. Like what you said, Philippines, they put the poor, the rich, the middle, everyone into consideration. I mentioned this some time ago in one of my videos. If you go to the mall, you have something that yeah, when you see this, you say it's very expensive. And same thing you have for the lower class, you have for even the poor that can afford. Just the example she cited, you know. Yeah, that's one good thing about the Philippines. Like she said in her country, I think that has to do with the problem in Africa generally, you know. Like the poor are not put into consideration in things they do. It's just like the poor keep getting poorer, the rich keep getting richer.
They just keep taking,
you know?
taking,
Yeah.
they don't give back.
So it's same thing with your country. That's how it is in my, that's why I'm saying it's something that if you check, it's something that has to do with Africa as a whole, you know. Anyway, let me not generalize, but I think it's something that has to do with most African countries.
That's
you know?
true.
So in your country, it's still the same thing. I never knew about that. Wow. Continue.
Yeah, basically this is the similarities and difference between my country and Philippines.
And again, in the Philippines, I feel that when the masses cry out to the government for something, they listen. But in Africa, Nigeria, for example, no, but they don't listen. The government don't listen to the cries of the masses. Is it same with your country?
Yes, I feel like the government doesn't really care at all.
Yeah.
They don't really care.
That's the word. They don't really care. It's same thing with Nigeria. Like the government presently, I'm talking about presently because anything good can happen later on, but I'm talking about presently. The government presently, they don't care about nobody. They only care about themselves. They don't care about the masses. They don't even care about the poor. They, as a matter of fact, they use the poor for their own benefits, or to their own, they use the poor to their own benefits, you know. No, it's something really bad about Africa. It's something really bad about most African leaders, you know. But in the Philippines, it's opposite. They listen to the cries of the masses. They listen to the voice of the masses, you know. Like she said, it's not like every country, in a country, there is no country or no government that is not corrupt. But when you are corrupt, you are eating and working, the effect does not tell much on the masses.
Yes.
But in a situation whereby you are eating and eating and eating and eating without remembering those people that put them there on the seat, that is where it becomes so bad. And that's what African countries, most of them need to work on. They should learn to, those things they copy abroad, they should learn to bring it down to Africa, so Africa will be a better place. That's just our point. That's our point rather in this video. Nobody should come for us. Okay, thank you so much, Augusta, for that wonderful point. Another thing is, why did you choose to study in the province of the Philippines? Why not the city like Manila, Cebu? Why the province?
So I chose to study in the province because I like the environment in the province. First, because it is very affordable in terms of food, house rent, electricity, school as well, and many more other factors. I didn't choose the city because of the noisy environment, you know. It can be very, I don't know. I feel like you can get distracted easily, you know, because there is so many a lot of distraction. Like you can use your tuition fee money for other thing. You can go like shopping, because I tell you, in Manila they have beautiful mall, and the clothes, the store inside of the mall, they are from abroad, like they have Zara and things like that. Me as a woman, I could easily waste my money on shopping, buy something that I don't really need for nothing, just like because I felt like I like this, I'm gonna use my tuition fee money for that. I feel like the city has a lot of distraction. I feel like the city is a place for weekend, vacation, something like that, get away, something like that, just for 2-3 days, not for study. Personally, for me, not for study city. So,
especially if you are a foreigner.
Yeah, especially for us foreigner, we don't have our family here, and we have to we have to wait like a month or 2 months to receive like our allowance or money to pay our bills here. So we have to be very responsible of how we use our money. So that's why I say that the province is the best option. You're gonna save a lot of money, really, that's for sure.
That's true. Do you also think that here in the province, studying in the province, in terms of the education, the quality of education you get here, is it same with the city?
To be honest, I don't know how to answer this because I never experienced, I never was able to study in the cities to have this kind of comparison to see if the city is better or the province is better in terms of education, of how things work. I cannot really talk much about this, but I feel like I can talk only about the province. I can tell that the experience study in the province is so far so good. I have no complaints at all.
Very good. Thank you so much for this point. And again, like I will add to this point, for me, I think whether you study in the province or you study in the city, it still depends on an individual. Because there are also those that study in the city. If you don't put in your best, if you don't study, you will fail when you don't study. And if you are in the province, if you don't put in your best, if you don't study, you don't do your best, you will also fail. And again, to sum it all, whether you school in the province or you school in the city, it is the same board exam that you guys will sit for. And for foreigners, I would say that after study, most of us go back to countries. Since some countries, after studying the Philippines, you are not allowed to take the license exam here, you still go back to your country to prepare and take the license exam, or anywhere you choose you want to go, any of these developed countries, you still need to study and take the exams. So I believe that whether you school in the province or you school in the city, it depends on an individual. But I personally, as a graduate from the province, I prefer life in the province to that of the city. But that does not also mean that those that study in the city, that they made the wrong choice. Everything depends on you, and again, your budget as well.
Yes.
She cited a very nice example. So that's from our own point of view. Any culture shock?
Culture shock, I don't think I had too much of cultural shock. Maybe the language is new, but some word that they use in Tagalog, they can be shocking, because in Tagalog has it's a name of a person, but in my language can be like offensive words. Some words in Tagalog, can be very the opposite of my language. Like for example, there is a name which is called Pipito. It's a name in Filipino, of course, but in my language it can mean like I don't know if I can say that term. She's gonna just put there. I don't think YouTube will take it very in a good way. It's a bad word. It's a bad word, right? You can say this.
No problem. I'll just insert it. Yeah, the meaning of what she's saying.
Yes.
So in the Philippines, it's the name of a person.
Yeah, it's the name of a person. I remember, it's a story time. I remember that time I was in church. This person named Pipito is a pastor. He was preaching, and then he said, "Oh, the preacher of today is blah blah Pipito." I was like, "What? It's so big in my country. How come?" And all the Angolan were laughing because we knew the meaning in Portuguese. So it was shocking.
Oh,
Really.
any other thing?
Another cultural thing, I think, the taste of the food. The taste of the food here in the Philippines can be sweet. And in my Angolan, I don't know, in Nigerian, most of our food are salty
Spicy.
and spicy.
Yeah.
So it's not sweet at all. So it was kind of difficult to adjust to the palate. Everything is
Everything
sweet.
is sweet, yeah.
Very sweet. And if you see our favorite food, it's something that has not to do with sugar.
Yeah.
Like sinigang, it's kinda sour or something,
Yeah.
and salty. There is
One
no
of the
sugar.
reasons I love sinigang.
The same. And And what is it? Chicken adobo. It's salty because the soy.
Yeah.
So it's good. I like it. But
Although some people, I think, add sugar to that chicken adobo. Some person.
yeah,
Because some eateries, you go to one eatery, it tastes so nice. You go to another one, it
Not
tastes like they added sugar. I'll be
That's
like,
true.
oh my god, this one, oh no.
diabetes waiting for you.
All right, Augusta. The next question is: any regrets living and studying in the Philippines so far?
Oh, honestly, I wouldn't say I regret it because it's made me the person I am today. I went through experiences. I learned new things. I learned English thanks to coming to the Philippines. I learned that the Philippines speak Tagalog. I learned that the Philippines have a beautiful and rich culture. But of course, if I knew that it would be like this in the Philippines, not feeling really at home, my personal experience, okay, not feeling at home, I would prefer to go like to Brazil or any other country that speak English, maybe UK, I don't know. That's what I would love to say.
So your regrets is based on language? Is it language barrier?
No, I don't say that. Just the country itself. I think Philippines is a beautiful country. I learned so many things, and I don't regret anything. But if they ask me, Augusta, do you wanna still live in the Philippines? I would say no, because it's not a country that I identify myself with.
Why do you say so?
Oh, I don't feel at home here. Their culture is very different from my culture. The food is different, the music is different. So every single day I feel foreigner here, you know.
You feel what?
Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Yeah, foreigner. I feel foreigner. Of course I'm a foreigner, but I've been here for 7 years. Simple things like going in the street, walking around would be so difficult at all. The stair would be difficult, you know. It's just not your country. You don't feel home. So yeah, I'd say that.
So you mean after 7 years, you still have not adjusted, adapted to the Philippines, environment, culture, and everything?
I feel like I have adjusted very well, but I think the Filipinos didn't adjust with me. I mean, they didn't adjust with the foreigner because they keep repeating their behavior with the foreigner, you know? They don't make you feel at home. That's the problem. Adjust very well.
What do you mean they don't make you feel at home?
I don't know. Somehow you just feel excluded.
Oh, really? Can you explain, please?
For example, it's simple in school. You are an international student, it's an international school. The teacher and the university know that you are an international student, but they're gonna most of the time speak in their Tagalog. I mean, it's okay, I can understand, but there is other fellow Arabic guys or Somalian classmates that may not understand what she will be saying Tagalog. Maybe something that she's saying Tagalog is something important that we should know, but they, you know, I think the country is not the problem. We people, we are the problem. We can make things very difficult. Some people, please guys, don't come to me. I'm trying to be really, really honest here, and I won't say everybody, but most of the time the situation is like this. But of course, there is good instructors that will come and ask you what's going on, did you understand, and ask you things, you know, to make you feel like you are, you know. Yeah, but most of the time they will be speaking Tagalog and not care at all. So that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Augusta, for this wonderful interview. Thank you for being so honest with us in this interview. Thank you for sharing your experience with us after living in the Philippines for 7 years. Yeah, you studied here in the Philippines right from your high school, and now you are in college. So your experience is valid with you, right?
Yes.
It is your personal experience. It's your opinion. She's entitled to her opinion, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Augusta. All right, Augusta, thank you so much. The last and the final question I have for you. Would you recommend Philippines to your friends, family, your Angolans, your countrymen?
Yes.
Would you recommend Philippines to them?
Yes, I would recommend Philippines. Philippines is a beautiful country. You should come and visit Philippines, and university is very affordable compared to our African country. Even though you are in your homeland, it can be very expensive back home. In Philippines, it's affordable. It's a nice country to study. So come to the Philippines. If you come to the Philippines, try to learn more about the culture, about the people, things like that. So when you come here, you don't smash your expectations. So if you decide to come to the Philippines, please search on Google or whatever website you have about the culture, about their beliefs, so that when you come to the Philippines, you don't get like a cultural shock, or you get like disappointed, So that's what I would recommend to you if you ever decided to come to the Philippines. Other than that, Philippines is a beautiful country. Come to the Philippines. Let's explore Cebu, Palawan. You are very welcome.
Beautiful tourist centers. Thank you so much, Augusta, for this wonderful interview. Thank you for your time and for sharing your experience and life here in the Philippines with my viewers. And I hope we do this again some other time.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much. And until I come your way again, or we come your way again next time together with Augusta, we say bye.
Bye.